It is 20 minutes away from 8 o'clock. Some frustrated members of the Texas House tried to shame the state Senate into action.
But would you have them open the door so they can hear us? Because we need to tell them, we need to open the door. We need to tell them, we need to.
The House will come to order.
Going to not take it anymore, and we have decided that this is either two houses or no houses.
House members upset that the Senate's Republican leadership is holding bills hostage. The Senate not acting on any of the 58 bills sent down the hall to the other side of the Capitol from the House this session. Alana Rocha covers the Texas legislature for the Texas Tribune. She is live with us in Austin. This is like a couple of middle school boys squaring off in the schoolyard, the lieutenant governor and the Speaker of the House.
Yeah, we often liken the behavior of lawmakers to high school. I mean, they pose for pictures, they sign each other's yearbooks. Really, it's just the book for session. But yeah, that was a great moment that you just played, and highlights some of the tensions that we see in these final days when bills are up against midnight deadlines, and you have inaction in both chambers on issues that people in the House or people in the Senate don't really bother to care about. A perfect example on school finance, Dan Patrick has wanted a school voucher program. He tried to attach it to the school finance reform measure. The House said no thanks, and they tried to hash it out, in a conference committee, but the Senate said it's dead.
Right. Very conservative leadership on the Senate side, led by Dan Patrick, who controls the agenda over on the Senate side, so folks can kind of understand how things work. And he wants these things like a tougher bathroom bill and like the school voucher program. The House is led by the Speaker, Strauss, and a little bit more moderate, and really tried to reach some kind of an accommodation on the bathroom bill, just to say, well, we passed something.
Right. Dan Patrick issued ultimatums essentially in these final weeks saying, the House hasn't moved on local property tax reform, hasn't moved on a bathroom bill. So the House answered with watered down versions of both. Senate responded saying they're unconvinced and that they would essentially reject at least the bathroom measure for sure. So, as far as the special session looming, we'll see. Of course, the only person who can call a special session is the governor, and we haven't heard from Governor Greg Abbott, only to say that he thought that both issues were priorities, that being bathrooms and property taxes, and that he thought lawmakers still had time to address those. That was last week, though.
Right, right. And so where do we stand on things like the property tax reform? Because a lot of people across Texas are seeing those the assessments go up and the taxes with them. On the flip side, cities, counties, and school districts are saying, whoa, 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 slow down just a little minute. We need to be able to, after years of recession, we need to be able to raise more revenue.
Recession and what they call unfunded mandates, that lawmakers here in Austin pass laws that they don't put money behind, and that falls on the local property, local jurisdictions to raise that money. As far as where it stands, the House did pass a version that did not include the election requirement. That is that if the rollback rate got above, I believe it was 5% was the threshold, then they had to seek voter approval for any higher property tax rates or hikes there. And the House says, look, if we adequately funded school finance and funded schools, which is the biggest portion, if you look at your property tax bill anywhere, that, that essentially is, property tax reform and property tax relief. The Senate hasn't responded in kind. So we'll see. Again, watered down versions on Dan Patrick's priorities. And we haven't heard from Abbott this week to see where he stands.
All right. Appreciate it. Good luck, and maybe a very long spring for you and everybody down in Austin. A link to the Texas Tribune and Alana's reporting on fox4news.com.